Okay, so I will go through the sections that we are. This is our existing syllabus. So week one, it's an introduction of DevOps concept and practices. Then the understanding of DevOps culture, benefits of DevOps transformation from fast release, improved collaboration, etc. Then the first week is mostly for the DevOps. The future. What are the things that happening in DevOps life cycles and all the things. Then we will uh, coming to the next week. What are the things that we already covered? Cloud computing and AWS services. So the introduction of cloud computing and its importance in DevOps. Then we will go through Amazon Web Services overview. Then EC2s, common services. There are some common services in AWS. So like machines, like virtual machines, VPC. VPC is, I think, on next week of 3, right? Networking in context of DevOps. Yes, for week 2, we did that deploying application, understanding IPs, address and subnets. Then there is a lab for week 2, deploying a sample application to a virtual machine. Just spin up one mission and install Apache. Then we deploy an application in virtual machine. Directly to the virtual machine. So hope everyone knows how to deploy application directly. This is the first prerequisites of deploying app before deploying application to Kubernetes or Docker. So first we need to show how the application directly or how the legacy application. Traditionally how we deploy application to the virtual machines. Okay, so that's why it's starting from the first traditional way. Then coming to week 3, we covered the fundamentals, like network fundamentals in the context of DevOps. So included the VPC from scratch, then the components of VPC, network, indoor gateway, NAT gateway, subnets, route table, and all the things we covered on week 3. And load balancing concepts, firewalls and security groups, configuring load balancer. That's one of the lab that we covered. And firewalls in AWS. Then week 4, we started CI/CD tools, Docker and Kubernetes. So that's for the introduction of Docker, orchestrating containers, setting up Docker environment, deploying containers. Then the basics of Kubernetes and one deployment lab for Kubernetes deployment directly, just to be include a small YAML application deployment. Then configuring EKS and deploy an application Kubernetes. Then week 5, we have started like Jenkins on a queue, Docker Hub for building small pipeline. I think week 5, I think we have one lab for setting up Jenkins pipelines and integrates on our queue only. Not, I think not build a end-to-end pipeline here. Coming to week 6, CI/CD automation, version control system, and GitHub. So here I think we completed one lab for freestyle Jenkins job using. So here managing a repository, create and manage a repository on GitHub. VCS there, automating CI/CD benefits and practice, and automating build test pipeline, deployment pipeline. Coming to week 7, we go to observability and Prometheus and Grafana. So the introduction of observability in DevOps, then the monitoring, alerting concepts, monitoring with the Prometheus and Grafana. So in this lab, I think we covered one lab for setting up Prometheus and monitoring, creating dashboard in Grafana. Then automation part, week 8, infrastructure as code, Ansible lab there, Terraform labs. Coming to week 9, monitoring alerting with the Datadog. This is one additional add-on section for, Datadog. So this is the introduction section of Datadog, and we onboard some application or virtual machines or Kubernetes cluster, Docker, everything we can onboard to Datadog. When comparing with the open source like Prometheus and Grafana, this is not open source. This is paid version, Datadog. So we are it's a web application concept. Okay, we can use Datadog via browser. So we have used some agents, Datadog agents, and we install the agents to our required resources like EC2 or Kubernetes, and onboard that resources to Datadog console. Then week 10, we did cloud native application deployment, 3-tier application deployment. Then I think this is the old, for batch 1, syllabus is this. So I included the 10-tier application that we deployed in Kubernetes instead of 3. Then the architecting of 3-tier application infrastructure, container orchestration, cloud native deployment. So these are the things we covered in the week 10. Then coming to week 11, we have some end-to-end CI/CD pipelines using Jenkins, containerization of Docker, deployment Kubernetes scale, integrating machine learning into DevOps. This is old one, so I deprecate these things, integrating machine learning. Then creating a lab for automating a full CI/CD pipeline with the Docker and Kubernetes. This is also covered. So I'm all Mahesh. You can discuss or clear your doubts and all the things.
Yes, you said some. You asked a question. Okay.
Yes, you can discuss. No problem.
Yeah, I think just, I'm familiar with this overview and just practice things. I'm inclined to maybe finding some practical project that I can do for somebody in this as to put on my resume, because there are some startups that don't have any money, but they're building something, or you have to be part of some group somewhere, or start working in some domain somewhere where maybe you're not hired as software, but you're hired to do some work there, and you can train yourself and then get into that.
Right.
So yeah.
And coming to the project that we need to put in the resume, this project is one of the project that we can include in our resume.
Right. The ones that you gave in the during the class, right? The assignments.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I hope I will do some minor changes in this course content. Okay, because I need to include Linux basics and shell scripting basics to this existing uh, content. I will alter. Hope this weekend I will sort it out, and from Monday I will include. I mean, from Monday I will take care of that also. So, any doubt or any?
No, no doubt.
I think we all are on batch 3, right?
Yeah, we're basically like I mean I'm gonna attend the movie again, basically. Just I have an overview of things now. Um, I think already knew Linux. I think I just really liked Linux the first time I liked Unix the first time I came across it. And but there's so many things that have evolved since. I have a bit of a gap between my, when I was paid to be a software engineer and then I was just paid to do other different things. So
Yes, yes.
the software field has changed, but it's not changed that much. The computer is still programmed the same way. The jargons are so many. Version control is more sophisticated. I think the distributed network is more there. Um, but I think like there are people that focus on understanding a framework and then can build anything in one specific area, right?
Yes, yes.
Like the some of the old school computer programming was very precision engineering, like they're operating a nuclear reactor or they're operating an aircraft, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that has gone to now things that are on the website and almost frivolous, people arguing over stuff. And I mean, it doesn't need the same level of quality, right? You will not run a nuclear reactor with JavaScript. um, you will use some very tested electronics or something, right? So the same. um, it's, it's in so many different domains, right? You have to pick some domain and be really focused on that.
Right, right, right.
So that's the important part. And in some ways, like this has become like uh, uh, even like the cloud computing, saying it's still not focused on a domain. It could be applied anywhere. Even Amazon has so many products, like this is for the healthcare solutions, these are the solutions for financial industry. Like there's
Yes. Even
it just
with
become really vast, so you have to
right.
focus on something.
Yes, yes.
But I think maybe like a lot of these things they get outsourced to India because the labor rates are different or something. They just hire a bunch of people and
Right,
put them
right.
on
But
there. But
that's why,
software is,
yeah, that's why we have a lot of techno parks, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore,
yeah, yeah,
Trivandrum. Yeah.
yeah. I when I was at Infosys, I saw that. I was in Bangalore first, then Pune. But a software is somewhere a very qualitative thing. Like you getting 10 engineers won't solve the problem faster. You need like somebody who understands that problem and builds something out. Like there is a tiers of software development people, right? Like I mean, elite ones are like Linus Torvalds or Ken Thompson, right? He invented Unix by himself. That's like a different category of people that they don't get distracted by jargon. They're focused on something fundamental. And then
Yeah.
there's people that just fit into. Um, there's a what I notice is there are people that are very applied in nature. Like they see if you tell them some fact, they focus on how can I apply it. They don't have to understand everything, and those people are valuable because they have develop a applied skill. That's their default instinct. They will find application. An application always has value, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that's like some of these things that you just have, every candidate has to work on themselves, because you are the only person that's pushing you in life, right? So
Right.
yeah, so I don't have any other doubt. I just basically um, one thing for getting into engineering would be to work on some open source project, because people, when they hire you, they want to see what code you wrote, right? So if you can have some code base that you show, or some GitHub account where you say, oh, download my software, here's
Yes.
my code, what it does. And that's really like the harder part, where you have to have some itch that you're trying to solve. Like somebody has to tell you, I want software that does XYZ, then you build that for that person.
Yes. Yes. Hope Amal, you go through the labs, right? I mean the end-to-end CI/CD.
Yeah.
So you have the
Yes.
Docker Hub account, GitHub account, everything is there, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fine, fine. So, Mahesh, when you joined, actually, Mahesh, you are there, right?
Maybe Mahesh is on mute.
Yes. Mahesh joined on, I think, June, right?
Yeah, maybe. Like he was at the beginning of this class. He
Yes,
didn't miss much.
yes, yes. So I sent you the videos that the, I mean, pendings one. Okay, I think three. I will check how many videos that are pending. There are four videos, I think so. One, two, yes. So hope I will get today. So I will share accordingly.
Okay.
And not four actually, only three videos. So the labs, I mean, already I shared 41st how, I mean, day 41, right? Or 40. I will check. Yeah, 41. So 42, 43, and 44 and 45. Total 45 sections in this batch actually, batch two. For batch one, I think 40, only 40 sections there. So along, I will share the documents, preparations, interview documents, everything I will share. Okay.
Okay. You will share on the WhatsApp.
I guess on our group. So is anything to discuss, or else we can. wind up?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can wind up. So Monday 9:30 will start from the beginning.
Yes. Hope you are all there, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think me and Mahesh will
Yes.
be there,
Yes.
Yeah.
and new people will be there. Amir will be there, and
Yes.
so good. We can.
And some candidates asked me to change the time zone, I think. So we can discuss on that call, right? On Monday.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. You can select the appropriate date and time for, I mean, majority, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Have a good night, Mahesh, and good
Yes.
morning to Taufik.
Have a good night.
I don't know if
Night,
anybody
all.
else is on there. Dipti, have a good evening.
Okay, okay.
Good morning, Tawfiq.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the help, for guiding us, teaching us, and clarifying all the doubts.
Yeah, I have a good time with Taufik, sir. He's
Yeah.
a good guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Taufik.
Yes.
Yeah. Really, thanks. Actually, no.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
See you
Bye.
Monday. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye then.
Bye
Bye
bye.
all.